Yes, I did get a haircut. Thank you. Yeah, let's talk about freaking Last of Us Season 2, Episode 1. Uh, for clarification, I've heard things about Last of Us 2, but I never played the game. Same thing with the first game, but this episode I really liked quite a bit. It wasn't what I expected. I'm not sure what I expected, but basically, the start of the season is very clear that time has passed. But it kind of starts in such an odd way that was kind of like, oh, wait a minute. But it's literally just starts. This town's rebuilding. Um, Joel and Ellie are kind of trying to figure out their relationship. I mean, he doesn't really understand what it's like to be a father to a girl her age because his daughter died out of that. There's kind of a rift forming between them, and it's not very clear why. I think we'll learn things as the season goes on about why their rift kind of started. You see that Ellie's hanging out around with this girl that she's kind of into. Just kind of normal stuff. I think the only really big moment in this episode is we see that, some of these essentially zombies in the show are kind of smarter than they thought. And then the other revelation in this episode is that Joel's seeing this therapist that is one of the victims of what Joel did to save Ellie. And he's not really honest with himself about what he did. And I think you can tell Joel is really fucked up inside over this whole incident. Because Joel may have stopped a cure for humanity. For a daughter that he is trying to connect with, but overall doesn't want anything to fucking do with him. There really is no happiness here. And so he's in this awkward situation where he has so much guilt and pain of losing his daughter in the first place, but now losing another daughter and also dooming humanity possibly. And so it's kind of this weird juxtaposition of everything, and I think it's really powerful. And the moment you see that real darkness in Joel in this episode where they're talking about rebuilding this town and all these people and these refugees, and he's saying, like, leave them out in the cold because we don't have enough space for them. And Joel, like, is fully okay to do this, and it's kind of like fucking mean-spirited and harsh. Part of you thinks that Joel is just sounding harsh, but deep down he's a good guy. But honestly, knowing the darkness we've seen in Joel at the end of season 1, we don't really know that. And so it makes this really painful juxtaposition there. I really like this whole thing here. I thought this was a great season premiere because it's a very different season premiere. There isn't like some big thing that happens. It's really just reintroducing us to these characters, where their lives are at currently, but making us understand that shit's gonna go down pretty soon. What that's gonna look like, I don't know, because I have a feeling this season's gonna very much deviate from the games, just knowing where that stuff goes. But let me know what your thoughts are. Like, share, and subscribe.